What's up traders, it's Nick here and welcome to another breakdown. As usual, I will be keeping it as educational as possible and also practical. So without further ado, let the intro roll and I will see you on the charts. The pair that I want to speak about into this video is Euro AUD. Now, why do I want to speak about Euro AUD? Because this pair is very near to providing to us another good trading opportunity. So I want to give you guys a full breakdown of the situation that we have. And as usual, I will be keeping this analysis as educational as possible. So first, we will be covering the technical aspect of this market. We will then go and see what we have from an order flow perspective by checking the commitment of traders, which is what hedge funds are currently doing in the market. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of our technical analysis and our order flow analysis, we will be able to understand where we have the highest probability setup here on Euro AUD. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what do we see now? Here on the monthly, we can see how this market has just provided a nice impulse, correction, and impulse pattern to the downside. Now, generally speaking, after an impulse, what you expect is for the market to provide a correction. And if you want to measure this potential correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. And if we take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of this impulse, what we can see is that we have a 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, which is lining up at this area, which is a first upside target that we do expect this market to hit before a potential rejection to the downside. So at the moment, here on the monthly, everything seems quite clear. We expect first a correction to that 0.382 before the continuation to the downside. Going down on the weekly time frame, what do we have now? Here on the weekly, we can see how the market at the moment has just created a quite strong double bottom. In fact, the market tried in the past to test this area, however, it failed to break it to the downside and it got rejected to the upside. And we can see how the market just now has once again been rejected away from this zone, creating a double bottom at this area. And we can see how at the moment this market is exploding to the upside. However, there is one important thing to notice. Before we can actually reach our monthly target, here in the weekly, there is another quite important zone that we have to speak about, which is basically all this area here. In fact, this zone was very important previous weekly support that the market, after it broke it to the downside, acted and it respected this area as resistance, because as you know, in the market, previous support, once it is broken to the downside, is turned resistance. So we can see how the market has tested this area here, again tested here, and we are about to test once again this very strong resistance from which there is definitely the possibility to see the market get rejected to the downside. So here in the weekly, everything is quite clear. We expect the market to get rejected to the downside. If you have any questions or requests for the next video, make sure you leave them down in the comment section. Also, make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see now? Here in the daily, I had spoken about Euro AUD quite a few times in the past. I spoke about Euro AUD after the market had provided this W formation. When the market was at this area, I made a full breakdown explaining all the reasons for which, from this zone, we expected the market to provide this move to the downside. And in fact, that is exactly what the market did. Then, from here, I made another breakdown explaining all the reasons for which we expected the market to provide this continuation to the upside. And in fact, that is exactly what the market is currently doing. And by the way, I will link these two previous analysis in description so you can go and check them out for further reference and more free education. You find everything linked below. However, at the moment, what do we have and how we can be looking to capitalize on the next potential move? Now, before I show you what we have on the daily and how we can be looking for a potential opportunity, let's first speak about what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, which is what hedge funds are doing in the market. Now, if we check the data here for a Euro AUD and we look at what we have on the Euro, we can see how the euro is actually quite bearish at the moment from an institutional perspective. In fact, we can see how the net positions have been decreasing and decreasing. We went from having 140.2k net positions all the way down to having 73.7k net positions. So the net positioning is slowly decreasing and decreasing and decreasing, and we can see how with the last report, hedge funds have opened 18.8k short positions and closed 700 longs. So the euro is getting quite bearish. And if we go and see what we have on the AUD, we can see how actually the AUD is getting strong. In fact, we can see how hedge funds just increased their net positions from 5.9k net positions to 12.2k net positions, with overall 66.6k long positions and 54.3k shorts. So the AUD is getting quite strong and the euro is getting quite weak, meaning that here on the daily time frame, a potential move to the downside after this impulse is completed is very possible. And if we look closely, we can also see that in creating this move to the upside, the market is also printing a W formation. And generally speaking, after the creation of a W, what you want to see is the market create a move to the downside to go and complete the pattern at the previous resistance turned support. So here on the daily time frame, how we will be approaching this potential opportunity with students. Now, as usual, we will be reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes for the directional aspect of the market. But when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best timeframes are the 4-hour and the other intraday timeframes. So with students, what we will be doing is monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower during this move to the upside, and we will be waiting for the market to shift from a 4-hour and lower bullish market as we have right now to a 4-hour and lower bearish market. And as soon as the market will shift from a bullish to a bearish market, at that point we will be adding Euro AUD to our watch list with students, and as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the downside and for the market to complete this W formation at the neckline, which is the previous resistance, now turned support here from a daily perspective. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education analysis and updates for all of you. You can also let me know in the comment section below any pair that you would like me to break down in the next videos. And I will also leave a link to the mentorship program in the description. It's a very complete program. First, you get all the rules of my rule-based strategies, and then you trade them live with me. Each and every day I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you how to apply the strategies with the entries, stops, and take profits, as well as answering any question that you have every single day. So it's a very complete program. I really suggest that you go and check it out, and I will see you in it.